has fallen. Billions must make videos about it on Twitter and YouTube Shorts and TikTok because the West has fallen and billions must complain about it, I guess? So to those of you who don't know about PragerU, they were a pretty big right-wing content just suction hole. Just like they entirely existed as like a black hole of right-wing content, yeah? You know, that used to suck people in, chew them up, spit them out with horrible right-wing ideals, and very recently, they kind of fell off in content production. Their old method of bringing people in to speak on topics and make educational videos didn't really work, because they started getting torn apart, and they recently moved to a format that is much harder to debunk. YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts have a very bad issue with the spreading of conspiracy theories, and today we have a video from PragerU on Twitter. The left is doing to America what the barbarians did to the Roman Empire. Okay? So, I'm here to watch this video, react to it, and also talk a bit about the Roman Empire, and also what the barbarians did to the Roman Empire. The barbarians did to the Roman Empire, since we can't do our proper historical talking points. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, the sun is ballin', billions must fry. Yeah. Dude, Vosh is bad. Billions must, 416, I guess.
The left is doing to America what the barbarians did to the Roman Empire. But the Romans did a lot of good things. I mean, they built roads, they built sanitation, and this is not insignificant, but there was a staggering amount of cruelty that was at the heart of the Roman Empire, the heart. Gladiators were an example, where the emperor would have people go for entertainment to watch people tortured to death. I mean, if you read about the gladiator events, I mean, it's pure.
Wait, hold up. Anthony Fauci! Anthony Fauci! Okay. Anyone remember that guy?
In the purest sense of the word.
Also, why is there the real Anthony? Okay, it's a book.
Men battled till they killed each other. So we're not like that. We're the first example of a good society committing suicide. That's a very big difference. This is unique. This is not Rome. This is the most decent society created. Yes, I'm well aware.
Yes, this is the most decent society ever created. Now I'm going to list off all of the things that everyone is going to say to refute this point. So that no one can say it's actually not a very decent society. I'm going to list everything that the society has done wrong, and say, well, you know, like it's literally the meme, like he's about to do the meme where Peter Griffin is like, well, you know, America is probably the best country on earth, and don't mention slavery or like, and he goes down the list. He's literally about to do that meme. It's very funny.
Very well aware of slavery and Jim Crow. I'm very well aware of a lot of defects historically in America. But I don't compare America to utopia. I compare it to other countries. There's a reason 4 million blacks have moved to the United States.
Blacks. That's all. Blacks.
Million blacks have moved to the United States. I compare it to other countries. There's a reason 4 million
blacks. Carrying on.
Have moved to the United States in the last few decades from Africa and the Caribbean. It's because
thank you, Benefit the Potato. America's probably the best country on earth, and don't talk about slavery or redlining or income inequality or the war in Iraq or Jim Crow. Like literally,
they know how good it is. They know how good it is to be a black or a white or
to be a black or a white
or you name it in the United States of America.
Okay, so this is a very dumb video. Let's break this down.
The left is doing to America America what the barbarians did to the Roman Empire. The Romans did a lot of good things. I mean, they built roads, they built sanitation, and this is not insignificant, but there was a staggering amount of cruelty that was at the heart.
Okay, so one, they don't even talk, like Dennis doesn't even talk about barbarians here. He's just like, well, you know, there's like a lot of cruelty at the heart of the Roman Empire. So he doesn't even talk about what the barbarians supposedly did to the Roman Empire, which was finish it off. Let's be honest. I'm saying this as someone who acknowledges that at the time, the Roman Empire was probably one of the better places to live. The Roman Empire sucked. And I'm saying this because of this. The Roman Empire, after the first few emperors, after the Pax Romana, was literally just political instability central. Murder after murder after murder after murder after murder after murder after murder after, can I go on? Murder after murder. Oh, this person's pretty good. Oh, they died. Oh, their kids under murder. It's the Roman Empire. Fucking the Roman Empire sucked. It was horrible. Like, if you're talking political... Yes, the PragerU video was a little low. I'm sorry about that. I just realized that it was low. I turned it up. The PragerU video does not acknowledge the fact that the Roman Empire, after a certain point, for a majority of its history, mind you, was just a bastion of political instability. Yeah, new emperor just dropped. Like, it is a meme... how, like, many emperors... Like, Rome cycled through emperors so quickly. So quickly. The empire sucked. Yeah? Not to mention, the Roman Empire was born out of a guy coming to power in a dying republic, seizing power for himself. I look at the Roman Empire as... yes, one of the more interesting things about how statesmanship can happen, yeah, and also as something that was fairly good when it came to immigration policy, you know? Like, hey, fuck it, you're Roman. You're Roman or you're not Roman, you know? Not even immigration policy, but like an interesting way to look at racial dynamics and racial dynamics in the past. Very interesting. When I'm looking at the Roman Empire as a state, the Roman Empire fucking sucked. It was unstable politically. It was birthed out of a guy seizing power, a dictator. A literal, in-name dictator, seizing power, dying, and then someone else who was basically his successor coming to power and officially establishing the empire. Yeah? And beyond that, when we're looking at what happened to the Roman Empire, they were unstable because they overexerted themselves in size due to military conquest. They were too militaristic, Prager, and two, because their political instability, their erosion of what was even at the center of the Roman Empire, they didn't really have that good of a democracy when we entered the era of the empire. The democracy wasn't there. The rightoids that PragerU is trying to promote to want to end democracy in the West. That's what they want to do, okay? And you can look at that in all of their actions with recently the court case Moore v. Harper that thankfully failed. And also the fact that, so many of these people are just so coy about what happened on January 6th when the government was almost overthrown. Yeah? They want to destroy democracy. Yeah, but even after Roman democracy was destroyed, give it a couple of emperors, and then you get in a cycle of, oh, there's a new emperor this week. What did you say, Publius? Oh, there's a new emperor today. Oh, he just got... What did you say, Scipio? Oh, there's a new emperor this second. It's me... Like, that was the Roman Empire. It sucked. Okay? Yeah? Oh, well, they built roads and sanitation. Cool. They had some good things and they had some bad things, but no. The bad things that happened with the Roman Empire, it wasn't the political instability. It wasn't the fact that it basically came to power due to the killing of a democracy, even if that democracy was extremely flawed, the killing of democracy. Yeah, no. That wasn't the issue of the Roman Empire. The issue were barbarians. Okay? Let's go next. Let's get more through this.
Of the Roman Empire.
Incredible Kahneman.
Where the
Rome didn't fall in a day.
Go for entertainment to watch people tortured to death. I mean, if you read about the gladiator events, I mean, it's pure sadism.
I find it funny how conservatives are talking about pure sadism in their entertainment. Like, most of the shit that they churn out isn't just, like, laughing at other people suffering. Yeah, like, almost, like, a lot of conservative comedians, their default is just, look at that minority group. Look at how stupid that minority group is. Let's laugh at that minority group. Why are you laughing? What about my free speech? Comedy is the last bastion of freedom and our free speech, and if comedians can't joke about people who aren't in power, what are we gonna do? Like, that's all they do. Their entire politics are based off of sadism. I don't even know why he's talking about this. They take so much joy out of other people suffering, okay? Not to mention the genocides. True! Yeah, all of the genocides the Romans committed as well.
In the purest sense of the word, watching men battle till they killed each other. So we're not like that. We're the first example of a good society committing suicide.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Very big difference. This is unique. This is not Rome. This is the most decent society created. Yes.
This is probably the most decent society ever created of all of the societies, probably. I would say in the history of ever. You know, the people, they ask me and they say, Donald, how decent is America? And I say, you know, if I had to rank it 1 to 10, I would probably say it's about a 9. It's about a 9. It could be better. But you know what? I'm here to make it great again. Yeah.
I'm well aware, very well aware of slavery and Jim Crow.
Oh yeah, you are right, Logan, in chat. Yeah, a lot of gladiator battles too were just scripted. They were entertainers. Like, some people got executed through gladiator battles. And guess which side of the political aisle is just advocating to, like, not execute people? Guess what side of the political aisle just doesn't want people to be executed, period? It's not the niggas who say that they're pro-life, I'll tell you that much. But, yeah, no. Yeah. Let's just continue off of that.
There's a lot of defects historically in America. But I don't compare America to utopia. I compare it to other countries. There's a reason 4 million blacks have moved to the United States.
Okay, look. People. It's black people, white people, Asian people, Latino people, indigenous people, South Asian people, Middle Eastern people. Like, it's not hard, man. It's not hard to just add. And, like, there are some groups that you can just say, oh yeah, boom. Like, title of the group, you don't have to put people at the end and it won't sound weird. Like, you know, like, Jewish people, you can say Jewish people, but you can also say Jews and, like, not sound weird, unless you're, like, going on some weird fucking Hitler rant. But, like, you can say Jews and be fine. You can say Latinos and be fine. You can even say Asians and be fine in most cases. Saying blacks has a pretty bad historical connotation in this nation. Has a pretty bad historical connotation in this nation. Or Latino people. Yeah, but, like, saying blacks has a pretty bad historical connotation in this nation. Yeah? So, like, just say black people. It's not that hard, you know? Same thing with saying whites. Like, whites only also has a pretty bad historical connotation in this nation. Just put a people at the end, and you sound fine, dude.
United States in the last few decades from Africa and the Caribbean. It's because they know how good it is. They know how good.
Also, I like how he talks about migration by black people to the US, but he doesn't say anything about the migration from people from Latin America to the US. I wonder why. It's almost like if he acknowledged that the reason why Latin Americans are coming to the US is because it's actually much better here than the countries that they live in, because the United States repeatedly screwed over their countries by destabilizing them repeatedly in order to maintain our sphere of influence over them. And also maintain our resource extraction from those nations. It's almost like if he acknowledged that, he would have to acknowledge the fact that the US is largely responsible for what we're dealing with in terms of migration. Now we should probably do something about it instead of saying, fuck you, got mine, and repeatedly screwing over these people whenever they come to our nation. It's almost like he's making a conscious effort to avoid that and avoid putting those thoughts into his audience by mentioning black people migrating to this nation, who are largely migrating to this nation for the same reasons, but it's less known that they're migrating to this nation for those reasons, and that isn't going to be sparked in the minds of the people who actually watch him. It's almost like that was a very deliberate choice by Prager. Moving on.
Good it is to be a black or a white or you name it in the United States of America.
Okay. Once again, stupid video. He said he was going to talk about the barbarians. He didn't talk about the barbarians in the slightest. Once again. Yeah, and I'm going to say, listen, are you a Prager fan? This pop up in your feed because you're a PragerU fan. Hey, look, if you've watched till this long, either you really don't like me, or you might think that I'm making some sense. If you really don't like me, feel free to join the Discord linked below. Or if you do like me, feel free to join the Discord link below. You can talk to me there, put in a debate submission, yada yada yada, YouTube words. But also, on top of that, let's talk a little bit about this. The West is not falling. Billions do not actually, in fact, have to die. Yeah, this whole idea that the West is falling is fear-mongering by conservatives to try to get you to get out and vote for them. They're just making you scared. The West is not falling. We are doing better than ever, okay? Because trust me, if the West was falling, we would have fallen a long time ago. Now, you know who does actually want to push for the fall of Western values? Who want to push for the killing of democracy that led eventually to the fall of the Romans? Who want to push for the destabilization of our political systems and putting strongmen in place, much to the detriment, again, of our political systems, which helped slowly wear down the Romans over time, which led to their collapse. You know who want to push for extreme adherence to religiosity, you know? Another thing that has been known to pretty easily whittle down the strength of nations and empires, you know? Like the thing that often divides people and causes them to go into really stupid wars that they don't need to go into, like the Crusades, which largely failed. You know who's pushing for a lack of freedoms of the people, which will almost always inevitably lead to the people saying, okay, you know what, since we don't have any freedoms, we're gonna, like, rise up and rebel against you because, you know, you're screwing us over with our lack of freedoms. Conservatives! Literally, if we're considering Western values as values of democracy, freedom, it's conservatives who are pushing against those values. The people who want the West to fall are the ones who are squawking the loudest about the West supposedly falling. It's them. They're self-reporting. It is the right who keep doing this. It is the right who keep doing this crap. Yeah? It's them. It's them. And every single time they try to tell you that it is the left who's making the West fall, that it is the left who is killing America, the left who is killing England, it's them. It's them. You want to know one thing that the Romans did largely build themselves on? Accepting people. They largely built themselves on going, hey, you're within our borders, you're a Roman. That's something that the right doesn't want to do, and that was one of the things that made the Roman Empire one of the most successful empires in history, that they actually adopted the people who came into their nation. But no, people like Dennis Prager want to build up ethno-states. Yeah? These people are the people who want to kill the West. In all actuality, these are the people who want to kill the concept that is the West that they care so much about. They're self-reporting. Every conservative accusation is an admission of guilt. How many times do we have to say it? It doesn't matter if they're accusing people of being pedophiles on the left. It doesn't matter if they're accusing us of being economic criminals. It doesn't matter if they accuse us of wanting to kill democracy. That's what they want to do. That's them. Stop believing them. Okay? Stop believing them and actually fight for our democracy, actually fight for our rights, actually fight to save our nations. Let's do that, please. Yeah? Because when it gets down to it... Oh crap, I moved my camera a little bit. When it gets down to it, though, we have to save ourselves. Okay? We have to save ourselves from them. And you can also help me in my quest against these people by liking, subscribing, and hitting that bell icon so that you know whenever I go live. You can also join the Discord down below if you want to debate me on this, maybe. Mayhaps, if you want to debate me on this, or just join the Discord, be in the community. We have 200 plus people in there. It's quite nice if you want to find a smaller lefty Discord community. You can also follow me on Twitter, links down below as well. I love you all, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace. Gotta hit the stop recording button.